be broke, he will, and if not, he won't. Like that's just how that works. Like you and how you're doing things will never affect another person because you don't run nothing.
Um, a lot's been going on, guys. A lot has been going on. Let's just say that there. I don't even know where I left off. I left off in. Did I use my camera to? Okay, guys, I got a new camera, and you have to set a new camera up and do everything. So Julia had used my camera as well, but for some reason we didn't set up the audio, so we was recording the whole time with no audio. I used the camera a couple of times, so you might get a couple of. I'm sorry for the clips that had no audio. I just forgot to set up the audio on my new camera, so it's fixed now, so we're able to use the audio on the camera. But I think the last time I picked up the camera, I was with, I think it was at Tata's. We had did the little Q&A. I know you guys want me to do part 2 on my channel, and soon I'll be asking you guys for like questions and stuff because I know you guys want us to answer a couple more things. There was some stuff on there that we didn't get to, and some stuff she didn't put in there. So I know you guys want some answers to some of the questions. So we will be doing a part 2, and it's going to be going on my channel. So be on the lookout for me making a post asking you guys for some questions, and please spare us with the you know who, because I feel like we've already explained it on her channels.
But that's the only thing that y'all have in common. That's the only thing that brings y'all together is him. That's why I say being negative or trying to do things out of spite does not work out. Because the only reason why y'all are together is because y'all dislike him at the time. Knowingly that Tata will go back at any given time. Like it's so stupid. Like it is so stupid. And she look like she got some more Botox put up in them lips or whatever they call it, filler Botox. I don't know. She got her lips shot up. You could tell. You could tell. Like remember when I was telling y'all like back in the day, like not back in the day, like maybe 2 years ago, her lips looked very soggy. That was because I kept telling y'all like, oh, she had got some fillers in her lips, and it looks like that she can't get her lips done, so they look very soggy. And you could tell that she got it put back in her lips now.
So just come over here and be more like different, okay? That's all I'm saying. Be a little bit more different. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, I think that's
real big.
Camera, and then after that, it was just more so like.
That's one thing I don't like when like women get that stuff put in their lips because it's like women are naturally they have plump lips, and so like when they put it in their lips, it makes it look so soggy.
School started for the kids, and then I got all this extra stuff going on. So yes, the kids are doing great. It's only been this is actually the second week of school, so the kids actually did great the first week of school. And yes, they tap in, they log in to what they need to log into every single day, like they're supposed to. So it's crazy how y'all always want to say certain things, but make sure you guys know the law before you try to use the law against somebody, because in each and every state there's different laws, like different rules, different regulations. So maybe y'all just need to just know the law. Yeah, I'm just sitting back, watching everything unfold. And then when I'm prepared and ready to come back to the internet, then I will, I got a story. I got some stories to tell. Let me just say that. Like, I just got some stories to tell. Like, I've been fighting these battles silently, okay? That's what I do. That's how I feel like I'm in control, and I feel like I can have everything how I want it to be. I mean, I know, I'm praying for the best outcome, but, I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling because it's like I don't want to do the negative stuff. But yeah, so far so good, guys. I'm out here in Houston, hanging with my friend.
I'm corny lady.
Shit, don't count me out. Don't count me out now. I look stupid trying to count a nigga out. Nigga, I am the count.
Right, we got it. All right, so let's watch CJ and Lex video. It's just like same foolishness. Nothing has changed. Like I had stopped watching her for almost like a year now. Maybe I really stopped reacting to her. I would just react to CJ videos, solely CJ videos, because her videos are just thrown together. All right, CJ. Like it's always the same nonsense. You come to the internet with the drama. And again, like I said, the reason why she's going back to court is to prove a point because remember, she was stating that. That's what I wanted to go look at, y'all. Let's go look for that. Wait a minute. We'll come back to this. Wait a minute. I wanted to look at her tell a story of her saying that she did not want child support. She stated that she did not want child support, right? She didn't want child support because it was not trying to revisit child support when they were going to court. However, she did want child support. She wanted $6,000. All right, let's find it. Yeah, I don't know about none of these videos. I haven't watched her in a while. This is 8 months ago. So let's say, yeah, I haven't seen none of these. This is her situation. I did watch that because that was what she was saying that he had touched her. That was 10 months ago. Wow, time is not waiting for nobody. I haven't watched her since then. Y'all can see the little red line right here. I haven't watched none of her videos. None. I don't know what's going on with her. I'm trying to catch up as much as possible. But I would like to see the video of y'all. Remember when she was like, I didn't lose anything, guys. I'm so happy that I got what I wanted. I didn't want child support, and it was sickening. Like, girl, listen. All right, we got it. They was going to court for a very long time for somebody to be wanting to go back to court. You cried and said you did not want to go to court. You hated court and blah 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 blah. But now, all of a sudden, you got a few dollars, and now you want to go back to court again. I be telling her facts. I'm telling y'all facts. She did not like taking that L, so here she is again trying to come and get a W. That's all it's about. It's about the internet. It's about what the people are saying. It's about she felt vindicated at that time. Like she felt like she was she was defeated. Now she wants to feel vindicated. She felt vindicated when she had them damn twins and she was holding them over his head. She felt vindicated. The moment they went to court and gave him 50-50, baby, it was all over, but she was defeated. The whole court case, she was defeated. Okay, so what's up in this area here? Q&A. Okay, it's Q&A. That was... Okay, here we go. Taking my losses.
I am happy that my kids have a safe place that they can actually go to. That was my main priority, was a safe place for my kids to be, and I got that. Some other stuff is going on still behind closed doors, and I'm still not going to speak about it. But in all reality, guys, I never really lost anything. It's a win for win-lose. So basically, I feel like I won some and I lost some. I gained some freedom time for myself, and I also lost some time with my kids. So I just feel like I really did. It was a win for win-lose.
So as y'all heard, that it was a win for win-lose, right? So again, it's like a competition. She's always been in competition with her baby daddy. The things that he say out his mouth is what makes her feel like she has to be in competition. So when he says like, oh, she don't pay no money, she dirty, she this, she that, it makes her feel away like she's enraged and she feels like she has to prove a point now. So her point is to win, and I don't blame her for that. That we should all want for everybody to win. Like in my life, I want to win, she wants to win, you want to win, everybody wants to win, but you should not be in competition with this man. Y'all should be both working together. And this is why I stopped watching, because it just be like, listen, y'all are childish, both of y'all, not just her, it's him too. However, her is a there we go. Her is a older woman. She's 35. She's about to be 40 soon, like I said. Her mindset should be a little bit more mature. We all know that men mature a little slower. Like in the mind, they're not always mature. And us as women, we mature a little faster. So her, I feel like she's still stuck in a childish mindset. I really do. Some women are doing. I think it's this one, if I'm not mistaken, because it's like the last court video. But we got time, baby. We got time. This one of them, they got that to still be up at 357.
But at the end of the day, it is. But today probably the worst. We could just, move on with our lives and come up with a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so drained. Guys, as you guys can see, I am suited and booted because y'all know what time it is. It is time to stand on business. And I'm just praying and hoping still, I hope this is just the last trial that we have to go through and we could just, move on with our lives and come up with a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so drained of this whole situation. I thought court was going to be over the last court date, and I thought that we were going to actually come back that same week, like the judge said, but he extended it out for like 3 weeks. So it's just very, very draining at this point, guys, but I'm just praying and hoping that this is just the last bit of what we got to go through.
So a woman that just came from court almost a year ago stated that it was so draining and she did not like to go back and forth to court because it was draining. Wants to go back to court, again, she wanted that W, y'all. Let's continue to listen.
I'm saying, and I'm just tired. Like I keep, that's how I feel. Like I just want it to be over and done with. But so I'm just getting ready and just hoping all this would end and we can just move on forward and do what we gotta do for the kids. And but at the end of the day, guys, it really doesn't matter what really happens when it comes to other situations that we are feuding about right now, because we just have to time for court. So guys, let me just get myself together. Got an early court date, so I'll get back with you guys when I come back. Still praying and hoping that it's the last one. So yeah, Nation, I'll catch back up with you guys.
I don't know. She made me want to do a nice tight ponytail like that with my hair. Because my hair is the same one. And I love having long hair. Because if you ain't got the money to go get your hair done, you can wear your real hair. You ain't got the time to go get your hair done, you can wear your real hair. You ain't got the patience. That's my problem. I feel like sitting to go get your hair done, you can wear your real hair. Throw it up in a ponytail, it still look presentable.
Okay, Roots Nation, day number 3, and Lord have mercy. We got one more day. Hopefully it's quick, easy, and fast, so that we can just basically move on with our lives, take care of the kids, do what we gotta do. But in all reality, guys, I just feel like a lot of time and money was wasted when, we could.
But yet she wants to go back to court, huh? She felt like a lot of money and time was wasted, but she wants to return back to court, huh? Okay. I told y'all, I'm telling y'all the truth. The woman is solely focused on the internet and the things that people say on this internet. She wants a W. She wants that win. She wants that win, y'all.
Could have came to, simple agreements. I mean, we could have came to a conclusion a long time ago, but like I said, it's more so of you just wondering what I'm doing, where I'm at, who I'm with, and like I said, it has really nothing to do with the kids. But today was pretty bizarre because, like I said, I've been called everything in the book when it comes to the other side, but today was probably the worst. I just honestly want to know, where do you get sex worker? And then everything you just said, or anything you can come up with in the world. Sex worker? What the fuck? That is bizarre. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. But like I said, in all reality, everything's irrelevant when it comes to my personal life, what I'm doing, when I don't have my kids. Like, none of that should matter at the end of the day. The main concern is, the kids, their well-being, their safety, their needs, their time with either or parent. And I just hope that, the judge makes the right decision into whatever he's going to decide. But at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. I didn't take you to court, you took me to court. So like I said, I'm not really expecting anything, not really wanting anything, because it's already been almost a year and a half. And
again, still trying to break it down. Like, she felt in this moment that she was losing. I didn't take you to court, you took me to court. So she felt like she was losing, so she always had to come up with an excuse for that loss. Instead of just saying, all right, it is what it is, she got to come to the internet and explain to the internet, okay, I didn't take you to court, you took me to court. And at this moment I'm losing, so I got to come up with an excuse. Y'all heard her the last time. She was like, I didn't really win, I didn't really lose anything, I just lost some time with my kid. Like, you don't have to explain it. You don't.
You really weren't doing anything then. So like I said, I'm not really expecting anything, but I just know that everything's gonna go how I want it to go. And like I said, I just can't believe today I'm called a sex worker. Do I look like I say I'm ass? I believe not. But
then you come to that, then you allow for a man to come to the internet and state that he has a wife, has a baby mama, and he has you. Come on now.
I just can't believe it. I just feel like you're just trying your hardest to tarnish my brand, tarnish my character, tarnish whatever I stand for. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let that happen, because I know what kind of woman I am, I know what kind of mother I am, and nobody can take that from me. Nobody can take the love that I have for my children. Nobody can take the hustle that I have for my children. Nobody can ever do that. So a lot of the stuff that was being said was a lot of hearsay. Like I said, I've been called a lot of things. I've been called a drug addict, a crackhead, a meth head. I've been called everything in the book. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff holds weight, because, like I said, I know what kind of woman I am. I know what kind of person I am. I know what kind of mother I am. And I know that at the end of the day, your words, your actions, and anything that you try to form against me will never prosper, because my mind is mentally strong. I'm physically strong. Maybe a little bit drained. I may be a little bit tired of, just the narrative of trying to control something that you can't control anymore. So like I said, I'm happy with the outcome that my lawyer has presented for me. So next week, hopefully we get a ruling and we can move on with our lives, take care of our kids, do what we got to do.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next video, because that one was like, I think right before court was over. So Mommy, let's find that one. Mommy. This child just will not leave me alone. Remind me all day. It's so sad. Like, do y'all call anyone else? What I think? I try to do videos like at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, because I figured they'll be asleep, but that wasn't the case. So I still had to do my video because that's what was on my agenda. So I had to keep it going. He said what?
He said, listen, what does she want? One person,
Come on, Lancaster, stop that line.
Mommy, I did see them. You didn't.
Okay, thank you for your information, sir. Now put that back and go ahead.
Grandma.
Go ahead.
Mommy.
You
talk.
All right, let's look for this video. I'm sorry. Oh, and then you got one over here on the left, snoring like a damn grizzly bear. All right, so wait, that video was where were we? Oh, so I gotta go back this again, because I don't remember seeing none of these. I didn't. So it gotta be down this way again. It's a heartbreaking situation. Okay, cool. So let me finish reading 2 moments. I feel like some of these she was running out of ideas. It was just like, damn, let me just do something so I can put out a video and get some money. Like, I feel like she started running out of ideas for a lot of these videos. She just threw some shit together. Um, all right, so here's what's it called. Okay. Okay, no, so it was like a year ago. All right, boom. That's right. This is what happened at court. And then the grand finale, I think that's it. Okay, boom.
Decide anything that is not Royalty Nation. It's me, Royalty, and I'm back with another video, guys. Hopefully this is my last and final video that has anything to do with court. The other side, anything that is not.
Daya got her ears for sure. Daya got her whole head shape, her ears, everything. Wow.
Involving elevation or moving on or, you know, moving forward. But got my last court date this morning. Today the judge will be making his final decision. And like I said in my last video, guys, I'm really not expecting anything because
once again, trying to explain, like, she doesn't want people to say she lost, so she has to explain, I'm not looking for anything.
At the end of the day, I'm not the one who took CJ to court. He took me to court. So
she always has to make this disclaimer, you know, to show people that she did not lose. She didn't want anything, and that's not the case. She won $6,000 last year. Well, the year before that, the year before that, she asked for $6,000. Once they ruled it out, they wasn't revisiting it, and here she is again trying to go for child support again. So if you didn't want it, why are we back here at square one?
Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not really expecting anything, and you know, since I was being pushed to go to trial since the beginning, you know, my lawyer just said take your chances, you know, even though.
And y'all can see in her lips right here that her lips were not plumped up. And I told y'all, I can go back to that video, I'll find it. I told y'all that she was getting lip fillers, and you could tell that the lip fillers had like dissolved, and she hadn't got it, because you got to keep going and going and going and going because your lips will start looking soggy. That's what she kept lying, talking about she got hit in her lip by a van. And girl, no, that's not it. She needed the fillers in her lips.
So you're not wanting anything at the end of the day. Just, you know, take your chances, do what you got to do. I mean, if they're trying to push trial, why not go along with it? Why not follow through? Why not fight through? So, you know,
of course the lawyer will say that they want the money.
I did what I did. I took my chances, and you know, like I said, I'm not really expecting anything. I might have to get back on here and tell you guys how everything is, but like I said, this will be my last and final video talking about anything. The other side, child support, child custody, child anything. You know, like, I've been wanting to move on for over a year now. So did what you had to do, which is basically take me to court just to see your kids, and you got that. And at the end of the day, you still weren't satisfied. I didn't, you know, like I said, I took numbers off the table. I took away child support, and you still weren't satisfied. At the end of the day, you basically just used the system to try to be in my business,
Oh, so he used the system to try to be in her business, but now she's taking him back to court, so she's trying to be in his too, correct? All right. But anyway, like I was saying, that wasn't the case. She was not satisfied with the outcome of anything. She was upset. She was hurt. She was really mad about it. We are again a year later, and she's trying to take him back to court. And you're the main one complaining that you did not like court. You was tired of court. You was tired of talking about court. You was tired of going through it. You were drained. But now you're trying to go back to court again. She wants a W.
To get information out of me that I was not sharing with you. And I mean, you didn't get half the stuff that you don't understand how happy I am.
So then she had to come and say, you gotta go back. I gotta keep breaking it down my video.
I'm just praying for peace of mind, talking about anything. The other side, child support, child custody, child anything. You know, like, I've been wanting to move on for over a year now. So did what you had to do, which is basically take me to court just to see your kids, and you got that. And at the end of the day, you still weren't satisfied. I didn't, you know, like I said, I took numbers off the table. I took away child support, and you still weren't satisfied. At the end of the day, you basically just used the system to try to be in my business, try to get information out of me that I was not sharing with you. And I mean, you still didn't get half the stuff that you wanted anyways.
So she had to throw that in there. You still didn't get what you wanted anyways, because she wanted to feel like, once again, that he lost and she won something. That's how she psyched her mind out. Like, so you still didn't get everything that you wanted anyways, but he got to see his kids. So that was the main factor of it all. So either way, you still came out with a W. You still came out with a victory, and you can't stand that. So what do? Go back to court, because you want what somebody said she asked for. Damn, what did they say? I forgot. I gotta look.
It's really not an issue over here, but like I said, guys, I will get back with you guys after court and tell you how everything went. And like I said, you know, I'm just praying for peace of mind, and you know, just for you to just move on right along. Leave me and my family alone, leave my kids alone, do what you gotta do for the kids that we do have together. So I mean, in all reality, if I really wanted anything from you, then I would have took you to court, but that was not the case. So I'll get back with you guys after court.
If she wanted anything from him, she would have took him to court. So now you're taking him to court, and you didn't want. You always wanted child support. You wanted child support when you created them twins. When y'all created them twins, the child support was always on the brain. Come on, stop playing.
It's not the physical appearance. Everybody will be on the computer, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, Royalty Nation,
So here we go with the fake happy stuff. Let's get into it.
court is finally over. You guys don't
So
understand.
you was that happy that court was over. And here we are again a year later. Let's see, yes, a year later, and we're going back to court. She's taking him back to court.
And how happy I am. I'm just happy that I finally get to move on. I don't have to, have another court date. I ain't got to contact my lawyer. I don't have to do any of that. Y'all don't understand. I feel like I'm at peace, guys. I feel so relieved. I feel great. I'm actually happy now that me and my kids can move on happily ever after. We can just continue to do what we've been trying to do for over a year and just, do our own thing. I mean, people outgrow each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it was a long process. It was a long.
What does outgrowing each other have anything to do with a child custody case? Y'all had a year ago, y'all should have been done. Y'all been had grown apart from each other. Y'all wasn't even in a relationship at that point in time for 2 years. So
Draining. It was a long draining process,
and she continues to say that it's a long draining process, but you're returning back to court, child. And then y'all know another thing that's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure he would be able to use her, like him covering like the expenses for certain things, like doctor visits, them when they got their arm broke. That will play a part because you wasn't able to pay on your own. He paid. So for you to want, I think she said somebody said full custody. I don't know. It was another thing. I forgot. It's a couple of them. Somebody said full custody, but somebody else said that it wasn't full custody. It was something else. Anyway, for her to want full custody of them, you gotta have all that mapped out. And the fact that he has receipts of you asking him to pay this, as you should, that's their dad. He covering it. You trying to take them away from him, that wouldn't make sense.
I did tell CJ to take me to court, and CJ got what he wanted. He wanted to basically get visitation rights to see his kids, and he got that. We did get full custody, and
so here she is again, deflecting. She needs to make sure she lets everybody know that he was going for full custody and he didn't get that. So she wants people to feel like he lost, because she can't take this L alone. She can't take an L alone. Well, really, it's not an L for the kids. It's a win. It's when y'all both winning because your kids are happy and get to see both parents, but she can't take that. She wants for people to feel like that he lost something. And that's not the case. It's not.
I didn't have to pay child support, and you don't have to pay child support.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, guys, I've never really asked CJ for anything. And if I really did want something,
yes, you did. And even behind the scenes, like you was asking for stuff. So it's like, maybe wanted that child support, just keep it 1,000. And that's why people can't, F her like that, because she don't keep it 1,000. I'd be like, yeah, y'all, I wanted that child support. I really wanted that child support, but I didn't get a chance to get it. It's okay. I'm gonna do my part, let him do his part. That's it. No, here she is. What was that? 2 years ago, she was asking for 6,000, and here she is again asking for the same amount.
From CJ, I would have beat him to the punch, and I would have took him to court. But in all reality, guys, I'm just finally glad that I can finally move on with my family. We can just do what we need to do without anybody being in our business, nobody trying to stop anything that we got going on. Basically, that's what you use the law for, which is just basically to be in my business and try to stop
You did
everything that I tried to put forward. And I'm just glad, like I said, I'm just thankful, and I'm just glad that everything is finalized and everything is done. At the end of the day, how I see it in my eyes, it might be different for everybody else in their eyes and from their own understanding. But from my point of view and from my eyes, I feel like neither one of us won, neither one of us lost. Well, maybe you did lose because I don't have to.
You see what I'm saying? That's called the deflection. She got to make sure that she sit and tell everybody that he lost something when he did not never lose anything. This whole case, he did not lose. He got to see them kids when you did not want him to. You don't want people to feel like you lost, and you did. You took that L. So here you go again this year, revisiting the case. You want to reopen it after you said you was drained. You was tired. You was tired of going back and forth to court and talking about it. You want to go back to court because you want that W. It's not about your kids. It's about the internet. That's all that it's about, and you trying to beat your baby daddy. It's a competition.
I don't have to pay your child support. I don't have to pay your court fees, and you didn't get full custody of my kids. So, in all reality, it was an even win for win. You know what I'm saying?
But why do you continue to talk about a win? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta pay attention. She did it in the last video. She's doing it in this one. The whole court case, she did it. Every time she comes to the internet, she knows she was losing. She knows she wasn't getting out of this case. She got a big lump of that's it. But she want to keep coming back to the internet telling everybody because everybody watched her lose this case. She keeps telling herself that he lost because he didn't get full custody. He didn't get she didn't have to pay him child support, which would be like, girl, please. And like, that's not really what the man wanted. I'm pretty sure that the lawyer put that in there, but he just wanted to see his kids and he got that. So it's just like, girl, come on. You wanted to keep him away from his kids, and that's not what happened. The moment y'all went to court, he was able to get that 50-50. He got to get his kids for certain days, and you didn't like that. You never liked that. And the whole court case, you came to these videos basically deflecting and saying that he lost. You didn't lose anything, and that's not the case. It's the other way around. And it's okay if you lost, because first of all, it shouldn't have even been a loss or a win. It should simply be, oh yeah, my kids get both parents now. Hey, we good.
thing. So it's like I said, I really wasn't asking for anything. I dropped child support for you several times. It was brought back on the table because my lawyer was like, you know what, they're taking you to trial, so just take your chances. So it was a good chance that I was not going to get it, and it was a chance that I was going to get it. But just know at the end of the day, guys, I was never expecting it. I've never expected it, so I cannot be mad about something that I never received anyways. So
This woman wanted child support. She always wanted child support. In the beginning, when them twins was created, child support was on the brain. It was two of them. Oh, I'm gonna get them dollars. Could change. Y'all remember she put the twins in the video, like something she was saying about the twins, calling them basically like dollar signs. She was like this one and that one, basically stating that she was getting the child support. She didn't get it. I gotta go back to that. I gotta go to Destiny Reacts to find that one. But she was like, she put one was, I forget what she said, yo, but it was basically stating that she was getting money for both of them. So yeah, like she always wanted child support. How come, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this, how come the numbers never change? Like her numbers never change. She always wanted child support. And again, that is okay. But stop lying.
So, yeah, you put a little stumbling block in my endeavors that I have to do for my kids and stuff like that. But you know, that's easy. Like I said,
That mean, y'all. What do endurers mean? Hold on. I gotta look that one up. I never heard that one. Endurers? I'm not being funny. Y'all think I'm being funny. I'm not being funny, y'all. What do endurers mean? Papa, you know what endurers mean? You know what endure mean? You do. Like you gotta endure something? Endure? For real? Yeah. Okay. Let's look it up. And if I hear words that I've never heard before, I always stop and I look up something because I just want to know what it means. I don't see that one, y'all. Did she mean endeavors? Like, does she mean endeavors? I don't know. I'm not being funny. I'm being for real. Does she mean endeavors, y'all?
The hustle that I have for my kids, love it.
Can y'all comment down
below? My endeavors that I have to do for my kids and stuff like that. But you know,
endeavors. I really don't. I don't know. Sometimes I really honestly think that she said endeavors. Endeavors that she has to. Yeah, I think that's it. And I don't even think that's the right word to use. That's okay.
That's easy. Like I said, the hustle that I have for my kids, the love that I have for my kids will always continue. It will never stop. And yeah, I was put in a tight bondage because of the court situation. I mean, I had to shell out thousands of dollars for, you know, a peace of mind, basically. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy. My kids are happy. Now we can just, like I said, move right along, continue to do what we have to do. And this will just be my last video, just basically talking about anything that has to do with the other side, that has to do with anything with anybody. I wish everybody the best of luck, and I don't care what you guys do in the near future. As long as you keep me in mind, names out of your mouth, everything could be cool, everything could be cordial. But just know, I'm gonna let it mend, I'm gonna let it be how it is now. But you know, it's something that was said that I do not like. So just know, if I were to ever see you out in these streets, just know that it's definitely going to be on site. Just know that. So I'm not gonna let that slide. Let you slide a couple of times.
Girl, you gotta be 40. You gotta stop this. But yeah, y'all see what I mean by her deflecting. Like she always wanted it to be like, oh, I won, you lost, and because the internet didn't take it and they seen it for what it was, he won his child custody battle. She hated that, and she still hates it to this day. And she always wanted the child support. Always wanted the child support. And here she is going back for the child support. She made it clear in this video, I didn't want anything from you. I don't want anything from you. I don't ask you for anything. No, baby, you definitely want something from that man, and you always did. You always did, and that is okay, but don't lie about it. It's all good. But again, we out this time. We getting up off of here. Next video.